Joined here today by Edgar Montero, CEO of Chemesis International. Thank you for coming on the show today.
Hi, thank you, Greg. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Absolutely. And would you be able to tell us a little bit about your company and what you've been doing throughout the year of 2018?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we started the company back in July, and it's been a fantastic ride. We started with assets in California, and through our operation, we were able to secure another assets in Puerto Rico, recently in Colombia. So we basically are a company that focus on manufacturing products, even though that we have obviously growing capabilities because we like to prepare our own formulations, and we are also exploring to do retail in our different locations. Right now I'm here in the Caribbean, exploring not only the possibilities on the retail side, also expanding our operations, and we are very pleased to be in this position at this time of the year. Just Christmas is coming pretty quick. 2019 is around the corner, and we are very excited to be in the position we are with operations that are up and running, with our shareholder base that are very excited of what we're doing for 2019, and working very hard, Greg.
Absolutely. And you were saying you have some facilities in Colombia. I believe that you also operate out of Puerto Rico. What is your capacity when it comes to growing throughout Colombia, Puerto Rico? And I believe you said you had some assets or are looking to expand into California as well?
Well, actually, we started as a California-owned company. So we had in California two companies. One is Desert Zen, which is a distribution company, and we also have another company that is for manufacturing, which is SAP Global. So we started with that, and the whole reasoning is California is the biggest market in the world, and we were one of the first movers there. In order to get the license, it's a long time process that it requires not only state regulation, but also municipal regulations and authorizations, and that is it's a very long period of time where you need to start very early in the game, and we were able to accommodate us in that market, and we are there, one of the first movers, with the capacity of more than 2,000 pounds of processed materials a day, which is going to bring us for 2019 tremendous revenues. And I think that our position in that market, Southern California, and with capacity to distribute throughout the state with our asset Desert Zen, it's a pretty exciting opportunity that we have over there. And through that asset, we were able to expand to Puerto Rico and to Colombia, where we have here 100,000 in Puerto Rico, 100,000 square feet facility that we have cultivation, and 35,000 square feet license for manufacturing.
Very nice.
Colombia, we are expanding there. We're going to have our crop. We have a very interesting set in Colombia, because we are not only growing ourselves, but we are allowing indigenous people to help us out with the growing. It's a program that the government has over there, and it's pretty exciting. So our whole plot here is to start creating what the economics of the market will be, what we believe is going to be our differentiator, which is growing and having processing capacity in those countries where obviously the cost of production will be way less than the current, cost of production that companies in Canada or even in the States will have, and through our expertise, be able to provide to different companies, obviously directly to the market, and that's where we are pushing very, very hard.
Oh, good to hear. And when it comes to your operations in Colombia, what are you currently growing in Colombia? Are you doing hemp, so non-THC, or were you approved for THC products in Latin America?
Yeah. As of now, because in Colombia the process is also very long, and we need to prove the government and that we have the assurance and security, that we have also the capacity to do the production there. So it's a long process. So we are currently growing hemp, no THC, and we're expecting to get the other licenses by 2019, the first or no later than second quarter, and also manufacturing capabilities over that period of time.
Yeah, very interesting, because I know a lot of people are looking at Latin America as a massive, the population throughout there is in the tens and tens and tens of millions. There's a huge market there, and not many players have started making their way into Colombia and Brazil and Latin America, so it's interesting to see that front. When it comes back to your American, on the American side, when it comes to Puerto Rico and California, do you have any plans of opening up retail stores for yourself, or would you more so be looking at working with the different dispensaries that are currently there and selling your product that way instead?
Well, let me tell you something. In Puerto Rico, with our asset, Natural Ventures, we're proudly servicing about 90% of the island dispensaries. So we have products already there on the market servicing patients in Puerto Rico, because Puerto Rico right now is medical only, with about 45,000 patients, expecting to grow to 100,000 patients by the end of 2019. So that company already has product in the market. Obviously, we are looking to have partnerships on that front, on the retail front, in order to create a better synergy and a vertical integration. So as of now, we are focusing on those partnerships. Obviously, in California, which the market is meant to have huge operations, we are also partnering with dispensaries and distribution through our asset Desert Zen. Because you have to understand, a lot of players in California need to have a long-lasting process in order to get their distribution license or their manufacturing or growing licenses. So in that front, we are able to provide those services to them. In the meantime, they're doing their process, or afterwards, because we have a lot of experience in the distribution side. We're servicing about 600 dispensaries at the moment. They keep their operation with us. So it is an advantage of being the first movers there, and we're capitalizing on that.
Very nice. One of the questions actually that came from one of our investors in our community was they noticed that you had the same Canadian address as Isodial. Do you have any plans to be working alongside them? Any synergies that are between the two companies, or is it simply an address that's shared and you guys are doing your own different things in the market?
We have to do different things in the market. We specialize in manufacturing processes and THC products at the moment. So I think that's a clear differentiator there. And most importantly, we focus on expansion through Latin America. And right now we have to have our own personality, of course. It's important for us to have this clear distinction. And for us, it's also important to focus on the things that we are doing, the assets that we are creating, the value that we are putting together. I think is exceptional. if you look at our press releases, you will see that the ownership structure that we have on all our deals, it's pretty outstanding. And through the quarters, you will start looking at not only more revenues coming in, but deals that have that structure where we are the main dictators of the future of those endeavors. So it is an important distinction.
Mm-hmm. No, absolutely, and I appreciate you for elaborating that as well. For investors who are looking to learn more about you, just speaking about your investor presentation, your website and where they can find you on the stock market as well.
Yeah, of course, it's www.chemesis.com. So you can watch not only our news and press releases, but also some of the products that we're going to launch to the market. On the stock exchange, we are trading at the CSI, the Canadian Stock Exchange, under our symbol CSI.
Perfect. Well, hey, I appreciate very much you taking the time to be able to speak a little bit more about your company, take some of our investor questions as well. And for everyone who is watching and viewing, you can head over to the website now and learn a little bit more about you. I appreciate, like I said it again, for coming on, and we look forward to having you on in 2019 to see where you've been able to progress over the next couple of quarters. And it's a crazy game in the cannabis world. I wish you all the best with it as well.
Thank you, and I agree with you. I think this time is to focus on operations, maximize the potential of your assets, making sure that you're trimming all the fat and you're moving to 2019 with a lot of energy. And I think that Chemesis International is doing exactly that. We're expecting in 2019 being a formidable year for us. A lot of expansion, a lot of good news, a lot of surprises for our investors, but most importantly is increasing our participation in the market and being able to be a peaceful competitor in the market.
Absolutely. Thank you for your time, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day as well.